Hello and welcome back to Off-Grid Camping, and if you're new, my name's Peter, and in this video I'm over where I used to live. This is the first house me and my wife rented out together. The landowners kindly let me park my car in his farm grounds. So what I'm doing is I'm walking up the farm track near his land. I really hope the wind's not affecting this audio because it's dreadful. And I'm going to camp on the end of the cliffs, which is about a 10-minute walk from the car. So this is going to be a bivvy camp. My first one. Well, I say my first one, and I say that this is the first video of 2025, but it isn't. I actually went out on the 4th, Saturday the 4th, when we had the amber snow warning, and I attempted a bivvy camp in the Lake District and failed miserably. I set off from the lakes to get home at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't get home till 8:30, and it's only an hour and a half drive from me. But yeah, let's get up to these cliffs and find a place to camp. I was going to fly the drone today, but the wind's far too strong, so if it dies down I'll fly the drone. Not sure how good this sound is. Like I say, it's about 25 mile an hour winds at the minute, and it's blowing from the west as well, and I'll be sleeping facing the north, so I'm gonna have to get the shelter up as soon as possible. Hopefully get it hidden so no one can see it because it's still light. So there is actually a spot here that I would have camped on, right there, nice and soft, pretty decent view of the sea. The problem is it's right next to this footpath, so I'm not risking it. I keep as well away from the footpath as possible, so I'll make my way down this path, just down here, and then right the way around to somewhere over there, hopefully behind a rock or something. There's another nice spot down there. Right, that one's a possibility down there. As long as there's no rocks to fall on my head. That'll be well sheltered from the wind as well, so I might come back here. I will have made it down the cliffs, kind of. That other spot is just where my finger is, up there. So I've got this really long walk round. I think the further away from anyone I am, the better, because that spot that I pointed out at the start is under the public footpath, and if some kids or anyone come along and start shotting stones off, that'd be a nightmare. It's about 1 degree now. I think it's only going to get to -1, but I've got all my base layers on, and I've got the Leviathan 900 sleeping bag, R4 rated pad, and like I say, I'm going to be bivvy camping, so I don't know what type of shelter I'm going to do. I might try the tarp tent, but we'll see when we get there, wherever there is. Like I said about that first camp, I didn't want to start the videos off this year with a bad camp, so that's why I've come out today to try and redeem myself of that absolute disaster. Shouldn't have gone out, knew the risks and just wasn't prepared, and I think it's the fact of not being able to get home put me off. So where we're going now is probably just over that mound there, and then probably just somewhere along there, hoping for some flat ground. So this is the type of place I was looking for, where all the ground is silver. There's the old Alum works, Loftus Alum works, or Bulby Alum works, one or the two. So I'm going to look for a spot here. I'm going to have a look underneath this stone, see if that's a decent spot to camp for the night. Yeah, that spot there would have been ideal, right there, but I'm going to log that one for the summertime when I don't need the tarp. So as I say, that's not covering me from the wind, It's the wind's blowing from the west, which is behind me. That's a shame, that. I think I might have actually found the best spot. Look at this. Just enough space there for some type of shelter. Not sure what type of shelter, but some type of shelter. Possibly the one I did the other day in the lakes. Look at all the graffiti on here. 1987, 1984, 1932. It's even got some anchor points in the wall that I could attach the tarp to. Yeah, this is definitely the spot for tonight. 100%. Look at the view I've got. So I better get this shelter up and then I'll show you what I've got in my bag. I've got no beers today. Actually, I tell a lie, I've got one beer in there from the last camp. But I want to do things differently this time, and I just brought water. I brought plenty of food. I brought a stew, or casserole as the wife calls it, but I call it stew. And some tuna pasta. Anyway, let's set this tarp up first. Find out where I put my pegs. I've gone with the light pegs today because I didn't fancy carrying those big ones with me. Just need to figure out a way to put this up. The only thing I didn't bring is a hammer. So these hooks in the rock, I'm going to peg them to this so the tent can't go anywhere. And I'm going to use these 4-pound adjusters. Got 6 of these, so I'm going to peg it out so it doesn't move. So just attach that to there. And then that one to there. Should give me more space inside as well. I'll have to try and get one on this left hand side and pull it across to somewhere over here. Right, I'm not quite sure if this is going to stand up to the wind or what, but this is what I've gone with. Quite a lot of space under there as well, so if it rains it'll be alright. It's got a very wonky, what's that called? Walking pole. Should be alright though. We'll see. Might put some more guy lines on the front just to stop it flapping. So that's inside all set up. Got all my electricals and empty bags on this side. Cooking stuff on the right hand side. And then my bivvy. My Leviathan 900 in the middle there. I've got a Van Gogh R-rated 4 mat underneath. I've got a wool army blanket underneath the foil mat, and then I've just got like a tarp underneath there. I should be alright for the night there, I think. Sticking out at the end a bit at the bottom, but doesn't matter. Bit gutted I missed the sunset because I was setting up, so I've missed the sunset unfortunately, and I'm definitely going to miss the sunrise because I've told the farmer where my car's parked I'll be leaving by about 5:30. It's quite possibly going to be a bit later than that after I've packed away, but there's not much left of this now, unfortunately. So now I'm going to get some food on, wait for it to get dark, and get some photographs because it's going to be clear skies. Might as well heat this up. So this is a stew or a casserole that I made yesterday. Whoa, that looks alright to eat now. I want to heat that up now, I think. Whoa. Yeah, so the only thing that's missing this evening is the company. I don't mind camping on my own, so I've done it a few times, but not like this. But be alright. So I've had some warm food. I've got some movies and stuff to watch on my phone for later, so I don't get bored. And then I'll probably stargaze, so I'm that sad. But this shelter seems solid. They're tensioned rather well, and this isn't going anywhere. But if it does fail during the night, I'll just get around the corner there where I'm out the wind. But I think I should be alright here. Just hope the sound quality is decent, as I've said. I'm also going to do a hot water bottle for later. I'm going to put it in my bag. One of my biggest fears about camping here tonight was whether I see anyone else. I didn't even see anyone on the way to here, and I can't imagine anyone's going to be walking along the Cleveland Way during the night, and if they do, they shouldn't see me because I won't be blaring loads of lights. And then down that way is obviously the sea. But yeah, even if people do walk past, as you can see here, the cliff is massive. I think these are the highest cliffs in the northeast of England. I think it's 666 foot at the highest. And so where I'm camped at the minute, it's located between Staithes, which is near Whitby, and Saltburn, which is not far from Middlesbrough. So this is about half an hour drive from my house. Like I say, I used to live on that cliff above, but we moved. I've always wanted to camp here. Finally managed to get the gas canister to work. I wrapped it up in some hand warmers and it's warmed it up, and it seems to be working alright now. Not as strong as usual, but it'll do for this. Just heating the water up for the sleeping bag to put the hot water bottle in. It's 1 degree now at the minute, and it's only 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So the wind's picking up a bit. This shelter's blown like crazy. Well, from the front end, not the back, as you can see there. But it should hold tonight, I imagine. It's not forecast any rain, so if it does end up falling down, I'll just have to figure out something just lying on the ground, I guess. But it should be alright. So I'm just going to chill here now and watch some British soaps on my phone. But yeah, all good up to now, all good. It's 1.5 degrees Celsius at the minute, so it's a little bit cold. My feet are cold, but I've just put the water bottle in the bag there, in the sleeping bag, so once I get in there I'll be red hot, hopefully. It's the first time I've used it. Thank God for these things. My hands were freezing, and I'm going to put some of these in my shoes now and see how good these are. I had some around my gas bottle to warm my gas bottle up because it was frozen, so I'm going to put these in my shoes now. I don't think you're supposed to put them directly on your feet. I just put them in my shoes. Tell you what, these are a lifesaver, these things. Not only that, the wife made me a wool jumper for Christmas, so that is absolutely keeping me warm tonight. So it's currently 7:15. It's freezing, but it is clear skies. I've managed to get this shot with my phone. I haven't brought my big camera on this trip because I didn't realise it was going to be this clear, but hopefully the Northern Lights makes an appearance again, because it did recently, but you never know. So the wind's picked up even heavier than before. You won't be able to hear it because I've got the mic on, but I've had to get into the bivvy bag and just sit in the bivvy bag because I'm absolutely freezing. But what time it is now? It's 20 to 10, so I'm probably going to get my head down now. So the next time you see me will be in the morning, and hopefully have a decent night's sleep. We shall see. So I'll see you in the morning. Morning, still pitch black. It's 4 o'clock now. I told the farmer that I'd be away by 5-6 o'clock, so I need to get packed away and then head off home. The wind hasn't stopped all night, as you can see by the tarp there. Actually, I'll turn the camera around, you'll be able to see. So it hasn't stopped all night. I've had about 4 hours kip. Well, that'll do me for today, I think. I'll be up for the rest of the day now. And I better get packed away, get my bag sorted, clean this area, and then head back to the car. Take me about 45 minutes to get back to the car. Well, that was an interesting camp, to say the least. I didn't think I'd like a bivvy bag, but I definitely enjoyed this.